Well, I started my first record store in St Kim's Arcade in 1976. I was 19. The barriers to starting a business then didn't really exist. We bought a lease. We had to pay key money. For a tiny little shop, we paid $5,000. $5,000 in those days was probably a third of the price of a house. But there was no GST, no occupational safety and health, no regulations really to significantly worry about. And so it was just a matter of opening the store, filling it full of stock, and buying a cash register. And that was how we got started. I'd been going to record stores for many, many years, and was always disappointed that I couldn't afford to buy as many records as I wanted, and that was one of the reasons that I started it. In terms, and the sort of the bigger picture is to always best to fund growth through retained earnings rather than overextending. But the other one is all about stock management. That's the critical thing. Nobody wants to go into a store on the hunt for something and think that nothing really much has changed in the last 6 months. Keeping it turning over and keeping it fresh is really, really important. There's no dogma, no ideology that has to be followed, and we're really nimble. We can change quite quickly. Like, for instance, K-pop. We just decided to double our K-pop offering, and then 2 weeks later it looked like it would be worth doubling it again, and then 2 weeks after that it looked like it would be worth doubling again. So we can do things like that and just move a bit of furniture around and accommodate the next new thing. The only thing that most of our customers share is a love of music. What we've noticed though is that when I was growing up, and a lot of people in my generation, there was what used to be called the generation gap. And that was when young people who had grown up in the days of rock and roll and the birth control pill and permissiveness and all that had a completely different attitude to their parents. And I could never have imagined that I would listen to the music that my parents listened to. And of course now what we have is we have fathers and sons and mothers and daughters last week, especially with Harry Styles being in town, coming in and shopping at Real Groovy is a shared experience for them. And we have fathers coming in with their daughters telling them about hi-fis, and they're buying a turntable for their daughter, and I'll say to the father, okay, so you're okay with setting it up? Yeah, I've set up a lot of turntables, and there's that sort of familial bond that we're helping to create. Scott Cara did a piece in the Sunday Star Times in 2004 about the vinyl revival, and we thought he was coming a bit late to the party. But in hindsight, the party was only just kicking off. People want to, both young and old, it's not a generational thing, they want to have something, a physical manifestation of what it is that they like. And having an album cover, gatefold cover, printed inner sleeve, beautiful presentation, there's a value in that for people. We do get the trend monkeys coming through who have to have it because all their friends have got it and they don't have a clue, and they go out and buy a Vion or an Ion turntable or a Crossley, and then wonder why their records all skip, and we have to deal with that. We don't sell those turntables, but the physicality of owning a record collection. A lot of people, well, all people to a certain extent, tend to forge a certain amount of their self-identity from their possessions and from the things that they like doing, the activities that they like doing. And if going to a record store is something they like doing, and buying records, taking them home, playing them, posting it up on Vinyl Lovers of New Zealand, what they've been playing today and all that sort of thing, that is adding something to those people. It's giving them pleasure. Pretty much as it is now, but having realised its potential in terms of sales and being in a position where those people who have bought into it are getting a really good, not only return on their investment, but really enjoying the ownership of it.